What up, everybody? It's your boy CG back at you guys again with some more cryptocurrency news and information. Now, before I get into today's topic, I would like you all to do me a favor. Hit that like button. It's extremely easy for you guys to do, and it takes less than a millisecond. It brings more awareness to my channel, and I would just really appreciate it, guys. It's literally, you go down there, click, and there, you're done. But yeah, moving into today's topic, I really wanted to discuss or introduce my philosophy about the cryptocurrency industry and why I've taken part in it, why I'm steadfast in it over since I've become involved in it around 3 years ago, the beginning of 2017, I think around March. Yeah, it was around maybe 2017, maybe earlier than that, to be honest with you, maybe 2017, February. Okay, I started hearing about it around 2017, January, February, but didn't really start actively taking part in it until around March or April. But yeah, once I really understood what it was that cryptocurrencies are going to do for the financial systems, and once you really understand what's wrong with the previous financial system, then you really can put two and two together and be like, oh, well, this makes sense. And to be honest with you guys, I'm not a fortune teller. I just know what makes sense. I'm a man of logic, and if it makes sense logically, then more than likely I will be more inclined to believe in something if it makes sense. Sorry for being a person who repeats themselves, but that's what it comes down to at the end of the day. But yeah, so just to give you a little background on myself and my beliefs, I actually do believe that Bitcoin, and maybe it's not even going to be Bitcoin, maybe it's going to be another cryptocurrency that has yet to be born, or is actually already around but just hasn't gotten its shot time to shine yet. We don't know what the future holds, but I do believe that these new forms of money are really going to take over the way we do business, the way we look at finances, the way companies do their finances. I feel like these things are going to transform the world, to be honest with you. And I'm not going to say that it's going to completely erase the old system of finance. I believe that the old system of finance is going to have to evolve and adapt to the new system of finance, or even have, or how can I put this? Finance alpha is going to be placed on top, or am I wrong? No, because really, since cryptocurrency is finance gamma, to be honest with you, finance gamma operates pretty differently from the way finance alpha operates. To a certain degree, there are similarities here and there, but they operate really differently. So, would you say that finance gamma is going to be the backbone of finance alpha with the new coming market? Let me guys know what you think in the comments below. But what I'm saying is, the fact that we are now seeing the weaknesses in finance alpha, the cracks in the system are showing themselves, and they have been showing themselves for a while now, considering what took place in 2008 and what's taking place now, and the efforts that governments around the world are going to maintain their companies and their economies, whether it's doing this. I'm not even going to say whether it's, because it's all comes down to one thing at the end of the day: the devaluation of their money. They're printing more money, and by printing more money, the value of their fiat is going down. And once you gave man the ability to print unlimited amounts of money, the system was already, how can I put this, broken. It literally became broken after Nixon took the dollar off. I'm just going to talk about the United States dollar, because I live in the U.S., so I'm not even going to discuss any other country's fiat currency. Nixon took us off of the gold standard during his presidency, and with the petrodollar was created shortly after that or during. I'm not too sure about the timeline. Excuse me if you guys are real history buffs and you know exact dates, but we went from gold standard to petrodollar. Petrodollar was guns and oil. Gold standard was, we only have this much gold. Our money represents this amount of gold. So once we introduce a system to where we don't have a limited supply of money, and not everybody can get their hands on it, where that actually would create a big supply and demand situation. But it's all about control. It's all about expanding markets to a certain degree, and that I can understand. But when you're actually breaking the old system, it just kind of takes away its integrity. So cryptocurrencies, the way they're going about solving the problem is they're taking away the human error. They are self-executing contracts. Their blockchains are, at least their programs, their protocols, whatever you want to call it, and they're completely automated. So there's no third parties. There's nobody sitting out here, unless you're like a miner. And being a miner, you're really just taking part in the ecosystem. You're not controlling Bitcoin necessarily. You're just taking part in it. You're supporting it in a way, if you will. You know what I mean? It's like you're bringing more activity to the city. You know what I'm saying? You're putting a store in the city, if you will. The city's there. The city's gonna do its thing, but you're just coming and taking part in the ecosystem, or whatever you want to call it, economy, whatever. So the fact that Bitcoin, not even just Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies in general are taking away the human error speaks volumes in and of itself. And just the fact that there is going to be a limited amount of, not even just Bitcoin, like I said, I keep saying other cryptocurrencies because I want people to stop. I want you guys, at least who listen to me, and understand it's not just all about Bitcoin. There are plenty of other cryptocurrencies out there. Bitcoin just happens to have the light right now, but there are plenty of other cryptocurrencies out there that are aiming to do the same thing and have the potential to do just as much, if not more, than Bitcoin right now. Bitcoin's the king, to be honest with you. But yeah, as you can see over the last year to 2 years, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, but a lot of institutions have been making moves into the cryptocurrency sector and setting up kind of like, I'm not even gonna say a home base, but establishing some type of foot in the door. Like they've been trying to get their foot in the door. They can at least say, okay, well, I'm here. At least I've got this here. I'm set up. So if things really start moving in this direction, I already have like a home base or a camp set up, so I can start working from there and work my way out. But yeah, a big one that I'm actually going to discuss today is right here, Visa. And I honestly believe that people don't really comprehend. Like people see this, but I don't think they really comprehend the undertones behind this. Visa backs new Bitcoin rewards card from Lightning Friendly Fold. As a matter of fact, no, I had a different article that was from Bloomberg. And that just goes to show you, even Bloomberg is reporting on things like this. Visa teams up with startup Fold for Bitcoin rewards on new card. Well, it's a credit card to be exact. So basically, they have a Fold is a part of Visa's fast track fintech sector, and they are making a credit card where when you swipe your dollars, you get rewarded in Bitcoin. And as a lot of people aren't really trying to spend their, unless you're like a whale or something and you're just like rich like that with Bitcoin, you're not trying to spend your Bitcoin. And people are really trying to collect it, kind of like Pokemon, to a certain degree, or whatever it is, whatever the craze is, people want to stock up. Even with stocks, people want to accumulate stocks. People don't want to get stocks just to sell them. No, they want to see their the value of their assets that they're buying appreciate and over a good length of time. So that's really what they're aiming to do right here. People aren't trying to spend anything. They're really just trying to give up their cash for Bitcoin. A lot of people are trying to, as we can see through this whole coronavirus panic, we've seen a lot of people trying to jump into Bitcoin. So it's actually amazing that Visa is actually trying to fast track the next bull cycle, the next bull run. Like this is really Visa saying, hey, we're here and we want this next bull market to happen. You guys can do this. Like we're okay with it. You just got to do it through, you just got to follow our compliance guidelines, regulations, whatever it may be. And it's a go. We don't care. We're going to make money either way. So yeah, Visa's fast tracking this new industry. Yeah, we actually have a video from the actual Fold website about how their card works. If you guys want to check it out. I don't know why all these pages weren't preloaded. I actually loaded them before, but whatever.
A brave new world deserves a brave new card. Introducing the world's first Bitcoin rewards card from Fold. Spend dollars and earn Bitcoin on every purchase you make. Pair the Fold card with the Fold app to supercharge the experience. Protect your privacy and keep your personal data safe. Fold puts you in control, not the banks. Welcome to the Bitcoin earning, privacy preserving card of the future. Welcome to Fold.
So there you have it. Interesting. I don't know how soon it's going to be readily available for people, but yeah, if you guys were using the Fold app before or are brand new to the Fold app, check it out. It's pretty cool. Little app. I actually have it on my phone, really. I just haven't taken advantage of it yet. But now that they have a credit card, and if I apply and I'm awarded it, I may really just start using their credit card. So yeah, that's really big news. You know, Visa is fast tracking these cryptocurrency companies that follow their guidelines, and we know for a fact that I honestly feel that Visa has a stake in Bitcoin and so probably several other cryptocurrencies as well. And I feel like we haven't seen a real bull run yet with cryptocurrency. We saw like a fake bull run. We saw like a little hype phase with people. I feel like this next bull run is going to be on the next level simply because we have all these institutions, whether it's Fidelity, we have Backed, we have Visa, we have we have all these new cryptocurrency banks being made. Freaking Bank of America is partnering up with Ripple. We don't know what that partnership entails, whether they have a stake in Ripple, whatever it may be. We just have so many examples of real world companies jumping. I'm not gonna say jumping ship, but opening their doors to crypto. And it's crazy that it's not really being talked about. It's crazy. So it just goes to show you that we are still in a stage where, yeah, the word is there, but people don't really understand it till they get hit by the train. They know that this is a train track. They know the train track is here. They've seen a train go by once in their like one time before. They've heard their friends talk about the train. You know what I mean? But they won't know that the train is here till it's here. You get what I mean? Like they don't know that the train is coming until it either stops in front of them or just hits them. And they you're either on two camps. You are on the camp where you bought your ticket for the train, you are ready for the train to come, and you're getting on when it makes it stop and comes to pick you up. Or the train comes, you didn't know it was coming, and you're running to the stands to buy your ticket, and you're a part of the crowd of people fighting to get a ticket with a possibility of a markup, a large markup. So yeah, that's one way to look at it. In other news, crypto companies see uptick in volume amid global uncertainty. And this is another thing I was going to say. This speaking on another topic I was talking about in another video, where a lot of crypto companies are going to be created in this time of uncertainty and economic panic. And we are going to see the rise of literal unicorn companies that are created under this pressure. We're going to see this pressure from global finance, like Finance Alpha, create diamonds in Finance Gamma that are going to stand the test of time. And I'm really looking forward to it because we've seen what just a hype phase can do for companies like Binance, for instance. Freaking Binance, Coinbase, like a diamond like Coinbase. I would consider Coinbase a unicorn company. Look at Coinbase. It's amazing how far they've come. Like all the things that they're doing now. I think Coinbase's the founder of Coinbase, he's one of the youngest billionaires. I think he may be the youngest billionaire. As a matter of fact, I think he's the youngest billionaire in the world. It's crazy, like all these companies that have become strong because they simply started and they're making a foothold inside the space. So the fact that we have a lot of legitimate companies, like for instance, I'm taking part in certain companies. Like I'm a real big believer in companies such as BAB, blockchain-based banking. They're trying to unbank the bank the unbanked. Amon, they're a wallet that deals with debit cards. They're going to deal with loans. You can earn interest on your Bitcoin. You can store your cryptocurrencies. Eventually, they're going to have it to where you hold the private keys in your wallet. And to be honest with you, to see how that works, I would like to see how that works when they actually implement that. But more than likely, it's gonna, because they've made promises and they always keep their promises. I've been following the project, or the well, not even the project anymore, the company really closely. They're backed by MKB Bank, the fourth largest bank in Hungary. So it's really going to be interesting to see how big they get. I believe in projects like, even let's even say Ubex. Ubex is an artificial intelligence advertising companies similar to how they have Google AdWords and other things of that nature. They're doing digital advertising, like the things you see on Instagram when you see advertisements for items that you may have looked at on a computer at one point in time or talked about, and all of a sudden it just pops up on your phone. Like they're doing that. And there's also Crowd Machine. Um, Crowd Machine is basically no code apps and helping dinosaur legacy systems move all their old data systems onto cloud networks so that people have more instantaneous access to information that they once would have had to wait for, so things can be confirmed a lot more quickly. Things are being made more efficient. And all of these companies that I'm mentioning, they all in some way, shape, or form, like not even some way, shape, or form, they all have their own cryptocurrency token that represents them. And the cryptocurrency token is to a certain degree integrated into their platform. And this is another reason why I said we need to stop labeling altcoins as shitcoins. I've been telling people this. They don't really understand the train till the train hits them. Okay, humor me. What if we see a future where, I've stated this before, we see where altcoins, the utility tokens of that company, represent how profitable that company is, or how much business they have going on, how much people use their company, you how much transactions run through them on a daily basis. What happens when these things start to measure up in these companies, and their utility tokens are literally a direct reflection of these statistics or these data, these metrics? That's what I'm saying. Like people, okay, maybe shitcoin is even just a joke. To be honest with you, I will say there are a lot of things that can be labeled shitcoins and literal vaporware. But when you have a legitimate company that actually has a legitimate business, and their token is somewhat or even in some form integrated into their process, the processes in their app, it only makes sense. And for you to not see that and to doubt that, I don't give a damn what type of conspiracy theorist, whatever you are. Oh, this is just the new Illuminati system of finance, whatever. They're going to monitor people on the internet. Okay, whatever. I've seen a lot of people say this crap, and all of them were still inside of Bitcoin, and all of them were still buying cryptocurrencies. So I don't give a damn what they say, to be honest with you. These people, they're full of themselves because they still make money off the market. And shoot, I'm not saying don't be aware of that perspective, but put yourself in a position to where this stuff doesn't affect you later on in life, to when it really comes down to some type of police state shenanigans going on. So yeah, cryptocurrency companies are seeing an uptick in volume. So start looking at those companies who really have been building. I'm really interested in the companies I named. Like I said, Crowd Machine, they've raised over $50 million. Well, last I checked, it was 40 million. I can only imagine how much they've raised since then. On top of the fact that they're already producing revenue, Ubex, they've raised a good amount of money. On top of the fact that they've started producing revenue already. I'm looking at these companies that are backed by something, like literally have a strong backbone. They're backed by institutions. They have things going for themselves. They're making revenue already. They have a product that's actually viable, that will actually be used, and they're actually, I'm not going to say solving a hair on fire problem, but they are a part of a bigger hair on fire problem. They are helping solve it. You know what I mean? people that may have already helped solve it, and whatever it may be, they're giving different options. So that's where I'm at as far as altcoins, and why I think that altcoins and these crypto companies may really see a huge explosion in this next bull market. It's going to be amazing, to be honest with you. But yeah, they really just talked about right here. I think the main two companies they were talking about were Wise, I think MoonPay and Wire, and talking about how they've seen an uptick in their volumes since this downtrend. I mean, Bitcoin shot all the way down to below 4,000, around 3,800, and then we saw it go all the way back up to freaking right now $7,300 as of this video, I believe 7,400. I'm not too sure, but hey, look, guys, we are in prime position. These are my steadfast beliefs. I don't care if I'm wrong in the end. At least I know when I'm right. I said right. Right? At least I know when even if I am wrong, I was logical throughout every decision I made. Everything I did made sense. It wasn't just me going off of hearsay. I've done my research. I've been here for 3 years. I've seen it all. I have seen it all. So there's no reason for me to have no faith in myself and what I see the future as, because we're seeing it all come crashing down while seeing it all get built up at the same time right now. Think about that one. Next and last thing I want to talk about, the main reason why I say Bitcoin in the next 2 years, 3 years is going to $100,000. The halving. Now, a lot of people, I guess because there's more awareness of the halving, unless people are not taking it as seriously. You understand what I'm saying? People aren't really taking the halving as seriously as they used to, because there's so much awareness, even though it's not really much awareness if you look at it. I mean, how much? I believe the last time I checked, there were about around the whole world, and we don't even know if every wallet is unique to a unique individual person. I believe they said there was around 20, 30 million Bitcoin wallets. Don't quote me on this. I could be wrong. I think it may even be less than that. I think it may be even like 7 million, or it might be 4 million. But correct me if I'm wrong, guys. I don't know the exact number, but it was a really low number compared to the actual population of the entire planet, which is above five. Is about 7 billion. I believe there's around 7 billion people on the planet. Now, the fact that we have such a large amount of people and such a low, like, it sounds like a lot of people, but okay, I'm put it like this. $1 million sounds like a lot of money until you meet a billionaire. You know what I mean? A billionaire looks at $1 million like, I'm not gonna say like chump change, because if you make $1 million deal, even as a billionaire, you're still gonna be like, $1 million in my pocket. But you're still gonna look at it like ones, like they look at it like ones. You know what I mean? The same way you look at ones now, even though you're making $100 an hour, $200 an hour, you still value your money, but you look at it like, okay, that's $5, whatever. You know what I mean? That's how they view it. So when you make that comparison to the amount of people in the world and the amount of people who are actually in the cryptocurrency industry, it's really kind of rattling. If you understand the reality of everything going on around you, you understand why you're in the cryptocurrency market in the first place, and you understand the future. So with the Bitcoin halving, if you guys didn't know, the halving is when the block rewards are cut in half. And it's a set thing that happens every, I want to say, what is the time span between each? The first halving took around 4 years, and so it's basically a 4 year period for every halving. So every 4 years, the Bitcoin block rewards get cut in half. So every 4 years, the supply of Bitcoin being produced goes down. But as we guys have seen the network effect of Bitcoin, more and more people are getting into the ecosystem and participating. So there's more and more of a need for Bitcoin. So can you imagine after the halving? Like, let's be real. Like, if you guys look at this chart right here, the first halving, okay, it didn't really have much like of a dip right here because let's be real, Bitcoin wasn't as popular back then. Like it was talked about, but it wasn't like a big like mainstream thing. And even to a certain degree, right now, Bitcoin isn't really all that mainstream. It seems mainstream because you hear more people talking about it, but mainstream is when people are actually using it in their everyday lives, and it plays a role in their everyday lives. And in the second happening right here, boom. Let's even get a little bit of a closer look. We saw Bitcoin had its peak right here, which is kind of similar to the previous 20,000 point that it reached back in at the end of 2017 for us. So boom, we see our Bitcoin right here hit its peak, and then we saw it come crashing down to some crazy lows, and then we saw a slow but sure price recovery. And then up here, when the next happening happened, there was an uptick right here. Then boom, we crashed down a little bit, and then slowly but surely we approached brand new highs, crushing the previous highs of BTC. And now we're at this point right here where Bitcoin crashed, hit crazy ass lows, and now we're slowly building ourselves back up. And to be honest, this point right here probably came all the way down again right here. So to well, we're right here actually. We'd be right here actually, right here. Yeah. So just the fact that we are about to enter the new, I guess, cycle, a new Bitcoin cycle, if you want to put it like that, we're in for some crazy some crazy ass numbers, people, to be honest with you, because I'm only seeing every day more and more companies and institutions and people participating in the cryptocurrency space. And when you get in the cryptocurrency space, there's like a big door you have to walk through called Bitcoin. There's literally a big door you have to walk through. No matter what you do, no matter what you want to get into, no matter where you go, there's going to be a big door that says must enter through here first before you can enter the rest, like before you can get to anything else in the building. So all I'm saying is don't be surprised when you see $50 to $100,000 Bitcoin in the next couple of years, to be honest with you. All I'm saying is, if you guys can buy your ticket for this train before it gets here, don't get hit by it. Don't miss it. Don't be surprised. That's why I'm here for, to let you guys know what to look out for and how to approach thinking about this. But yeah, that's it for today. This is your boy CG. I'm out. Have a great day, guys. Stay blessed and take care of yourselves. Peace.